Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today in this video, I'm going to pick the books that I will be reading in June. This idea went really well in the month of May. I was able to read all of the books that I had on my physical TBR, which is a win. Honestly, I read a book that I don't think I would have read otherwise in the foreseeable future, Medusa's Sisters. I'll be telling you more about that in my upcoming video, which is going to be my May reading wrap up. But until then, let's set the TBR list for the month of June. So my TBR jar is going to choose 5 books that I have on my physical TBR here, and I will be trying, emphasis on trying, to read those books in the month of June. So let's begin. Let's do a bit of a shake to begin with. Let's see. Okay, let's pick up this one. Ooh, okay, so we have a poetry collection. This is Poems for Tortured Souls. So this is the book Poems for Tortured Souls. So this is obviously inspired by Taylor Swift's Eras, and on the back it says, discover the passionate and emotional verses in this collection inspired by some of Taylor Swift's greatest lyrics. Featuring over 100 poems by tortured poets including Emily Dickinson, William Shakespeare, and Lewis Carroll, this must-have anthology explores themes of folklore, love, heartache, revenge, and peace. Whatever era you're in, there's a poem that's perfect for you. So I will be trying to read a couple of poems from this during the month of June and see how that goes. This being an anthology of poems, I don't know if I will just like strive to read it 100%, but I will be reading from this, and I'm gonna report back in July. Okay, let's pick up book number 2, and let's go with like a bottom one. Ooh, okay, this is the Ornithologist's Field Guide to Love. I have bought this book on release day yet again, and I have not got to it until now. Okay, so this is the book. This is the Ornithologist's Field Guide to Love by India Holton. And from what I can see on the back of the book, this author also has this like popular romance books. I have never read any of these, but the covers look familiar. So on the back of the book it says, two rival ornithologists seeking one dangerous beautiful bird. Is the hunt of their lives also how they find the love of their lives? Professor Beth Pickering is on the verge of finally capturing the rare death whistler bird. I think it's how it's pronounced. Anyway, when Professor Devon Lockley swoops in, stealing both her bird and her imagination. For his part, Devon has never been more smitten than when he first set eyes on Beth. When a competition to become Birdier of the Year by capturing an endangered Caladrius bird is announced, Beth and Devon are forced to team up to have any chance of winning. They're hunting the rarest of species, but will these rivals discover something even more endangered? True love. This sounds so stupid, but like in the best way. It reminds me a bit of Emily Wald's Encyclopedia of Fairies with this whole premise, but these are not fairies, these are birds. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'm very happy with this pick, to be honest. Okay, let's go with pick number 3. Outside it's raining, so I don't know if you're able to hear it or not, but if you can hear something in the background, it's because of the rain. Okay, so... Ooh, okay. This is House of Roots and Ruin. I'm pretty sure this is the second book in the series, but I don't know if they're just like interconnected, or on the back it says a Sisters of the Salt novel, so I would assume that this is like the second book in this series. Wait, hold on. Wow, it started pouring again outside. Let's see, so House of Roots and Ruin. House of Roots and Ruin. Yeah, so this is the second one in this series, and the first one, which I also have here, is House of Salt and Sorrows. Because this happened to me before and I don't want to repeat it, I will not read the synopsis for this one because it's the second book in the series, but I will be reading the synopsis for the first one, and I think what I will do is I'm just gonna read the whole thing because this is like a duology, and it's also from Erin A. Craig, who wrote The 13th Child that I have somewhere over here. And I read that one last year, I believe, and I liked it. It was not like amazing, but I did like it. So I'm curious to see how this will go. So let's see the synopsis for House of Salt and Sorrows. It says, in a manor by the sea, 12 sisters are cursed. Annalie lives a sheltered life in Highmoor with her sisters. Once they were 12, but loneliness fills the grand halls now that 4 of the girls' lives have been cut short, each death more tragic than the last. Disturbed by a series of ghostly visions, Annalie becomes increasingly suspicious that her sisters' deaths were no accident. The girls have been sneaking out every night to attend glittering balls, dancing until dawn in silk gowns and shimmering slippers, and Annalie isn't sure whether to try to stop them or to join their forbidden trysts. Because who or what are they really dancing with? When Annalie's involvement with a mysterious stranger who has secrets of his own intensifies, it's a race to unravel the darkness that has fallen over her family before it claims her next. I think there's a Barbie movie with this exact same synopsis. It sounds a bit like darker and gothic, so yeah, I'm pretty intrigued to finally get into this duology. Let's go with pick number 4. So, let's do this one. Oh, Glyph by Alice Smith. Okay, so this is Glyph by Alice Smith. I bought it. I don't actually know why I bought this, but the text is huge. Like, it's humongous. I think it's something with a horse, but let's see. Oh, brave new world that has such people in it. Once upon a time, not very far from now, 2 children come home to find a line of wet red paint round the outside of their house. What does it mean? It's a truism of our time that it will be the next generation who will sort out our increasingly toxic world. What would that actually be like? In a state turned hostile, a world of insiders and outsiders, what things of the past can sustain them and what shape can resistance take? And what's a horse got to do with any of this? See, I knew it was a horse somewhere here. Glyph is a novel about how we make meaning and how we are made meaningless. That's such a line. I'm very excited. With a nod to the traditions of dystopian fiction, a glance at the Kafkaesque, and a new take on the notion of classic, it's a moving and electrifying read, a vital and prescient tale of the versatility and variety deep-rooted in language, in nature, and in human nature. Hopefully this will not fall on my head, but we'll see. Let's go on with the last pick from the jar. And then we'll see if I will do a free pick as well. So, a magic steeped in poison. I'm pretty sure this is part of a series or a duology. A magic steeped in poison. Yes. So let's go to Goodreads again because I'm just confused at this point. Okay, so A Magic Steeped in Poison, it's the first book in the duology, and then A Venom Dark and Sweet is the second one. So, you know what? Both of these. I mean, why not? Why not? The synopsis for the first book, I'm pretty sure this is something to do with like a competition for who can brew the best tea in the kingdom or something like that, and there's like magic. But let's see what it says on the back of the book. For Ning, the only thing worse than losing her mother is knowing that it's her own fault. She was the one who unknowingly brewed the poison tea that killed her, the poison tea that now threatens to also take her sister Shu. When Ning hears of a competition to find the kingdom's greatest Shanungshu, masters of the ancient and magical art of tea making, she travels to the imperial city to compete. The winner will receive a favor from the princess, which may be Ning's only chance to save her sister's life. But between the backstabbing competitors, bloody court politics, and a mysterious and handsome boy with a shocking secret, Ning's life might actually be the one in more danger. We'll see how it goes. We also have a glossary, which is low-key traumatic because it contains the Chinese names of some things from here, and it just feels like college all over again. But um, yeah, we'll see how this duology goes. So this is a magic steeped in poison and a venom dark and sweet. Okay, so these were all of the books picked by my TBR jar. I'm thinking to also pick something that I want to read and put it on my TBR list just for funsies. So I think I'm gonna go with Yumi and the Nightmare Painter because I just bought this book and I'm very excited to read it. I keep telling to myself that I will start the Stormlight Archive series this year, but I'm just like very intimidated by that. So I'm postponing it a bit by reading some standalones from the Cosmere universe. I read Tress of the Emerald Sea last year. I also read the Mistborn Era 1 trilogy last year. Pretty sure it was last year. And yeah, I want to go with this one. It's shorter for a Brandon Sanderson novel. It's like 360 pages, and it being a standalone, I will not be committing to anything crazy. So I'm just gonna throw this one on my DBR for the month of June as well. Let me read you what it says on the back of this book. There is a world, one of endless nights surrounded by an even deeper darkness, filled with nightmares come to life, twisted shapes that slink to windows and ease doors open, sliding across floors to look down on helpless faces. There is another world, a bright world, so bright it burns, filled with stacked stones that call forth miracles, raised by calloused hands that tremble in their work, drained with each stone lifted, settled, lifted again. Between these worlds, two souls connect, collide, entwine. A bridge, a path, a road to both worlds changing forever, or their complete destruction. I just know Brandon Sanderson is not gonna let me down, so this is Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. These are my physical books that I am planning to read in June. I think it's doable for how much I usually read, but in the same time, not putting any pressure on myself. Like, it's fine if I can't finish something. Yeah, see you again next week with a new video. I want to post my May reading wrap up, and then I'm planning like a vloggy weekend in my life kind of a thing, more like relaxed, maybe a bit of a reading vlog, stuff like that. Thank you so much for watching. I have to remember to also do a thumbnail for this video because I always forget to actually record something for the thumbnail. But yeah, like, subscribe, tell me what you're excited to read in the month of June. I would like to know that, and I will see you in a new video soon. Bye, guys.